Today on Living Life Fast, Ricky actually breaks his Evo 6 RS on camera. And we also find out that Oscar's not only a videographer, he's actually got 35 years experience in mechanics. And he's also sick at hoovering. So finally, let's take my Evo 6 RS for its first drive. Believe it or not, not driven this on or even off camera. I've had it sitting around for about 2 weeks. I only just revealed it probably about 4 or 5 days ago. So if you did miss that video, I'll link it in the description. If you want to see the full details and spec of this car, check that video out before watching this. So it's an Evo 6 Rallysport, making it a little bit lighter than a normal GSR. So it's got a close ratio gearbox. It's also got a mechanical diff. And just look at this thing, man. Oh, that is just looking like perfection. 276 bhp, 275 foot-pounds of torque, available from around 3,000 RPM. Obviously an all-wheel drive system. Try to work out what the power distribution is. If there's anyone in the comment section that could, you know, maybe give me a bit of info on that, I'd be interested to find out. But yeah, we'll take this car out in a sec. Over here, we've got my 1000 bhp F90 M5. Recently just took it on Brands Hatch. Performed reasonably well. In the wet, wasn't so good. One thing I forgot to mention is I am running Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres, and I did have full tread. But yeah, as some of you mentioned, I wasn't actually taking the best lines on the track. But as it did dry up, this car did start to perform very, very, very well. The physical grip on this car is ridiculous when you consider the weight, 1950 kilos. So yeah, more content coming on this, more modifications. And moving on to the Dodge Hellcat, I've got a very interesting video I'm going to be shooting on it tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And obviously this C63 over here, you can win it for just £11.99. Tickets available in the description at LLF Games. So yes, let's go see what this car's all about. Straight away, noting these little rattles. Some you don't get with the German cars for sure, but I think that's the lightweight flywheel. You put the clutch in, doesn't actually make the sound. Gearbox is nice and tight. And you know what, if you're coming from a German car, my God, you're gonna hate this cabin. So minimalistic, so simple, but you know, when you read up on the heritage and the history of this car, you know that it's something really special. This is focused on driving. There's plastic panels here where the audio should be. There's no aircon, there's no ABS. You've obviously got the quicker steering rack, but yeah, I cannot wait to see what this is like on the road. We've got Oscar behind. Before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel and make sure bell notifications are set to all so you're notified the second I release a video. I feel like I'm in a toy car, man, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, it's doing that kangarooing like the E46 M3s, you know, when you got it in sport. I actually feel really low down to the ground and it is stiff. I think immediately I know the suspension is going to be coming out. A lot of rattles, the GoPro's rattling. Oh, listen to that though. Oh shit, going into reverse there. Oh my God, we're in 5th gear already. That's it, like I'm talking about this car's going to do 160, no way. Oh, listen to that. Oh, wow, you can feel that rear really turning in, man. 2nd gear it. Evo, boy. Only 5 gears. Oh, listen to the turbo sounds, man. My God, the brakes. I can't even express to you how good the brakes feel. Okay, there's a lot of, whoa. This car is stiff. it has actually got aftermarket suspension, so yeah, I do suspect that the previous owner did do a bit of track driving with this. The brakes could even be upgraded. I'm not gonna know until I get up on the ramp. Oh yeah, that's a nice bit of power. My God, the brakes. I would say power feels possibly stock. If it has got a tune, it's very mild. Front end feels nice. These seats are not holding me in too well is the only problem I'm feeling right now. And also they're not very adjustable. Yeah, stiff. You can hear the flywheel rattling about. And the throttle is so sensitive. You've almost got to be on or off. Otherwise it starts to do this kangarooing. Listen, this is proper old school, man. We need to spin it around for sure. But yeah, as I was going around the bend, you could really feel the back end almost feeling very sensitive, almost as if it was steering from the rear. Of course it's not. You really can't touch an Evo, like the gearbox, the braking, the steering. There's so many combinations going on. It's got the best of everything. And we are on the worst road right now. We need to probably take it down another bit that I know. Jesus. Brakes. And it is quick. My God. I don't know, is it stock? Fucking plenty quick enough, I know that. You hear inside the cabin, man. Oh, that flywheel, don't like the sound of that though. You know, obviously it's the RS, it's the more track focused version. So as I'm pushing around that bend then, you can feel the front slightly understeering, but it's not jumping into it, it's just sliding ever so slightly. Probably ain't got the best tyres for these conditions. It's a wet, greasy road right now. Maybe not. Wow, gearbox is just something else, man. Remember when you first passed your test and you had your Fiesta or your Polo? You drive this car just like that, man. The way it goes through gears, look, you can feel the back. But I'm not being held in too well in the cabin, which I'm not liking. I can really feel that back end feels a little loose as well. Definitely need some better seats, something that's gonna hold me in. I'm just sliding all over the place. Look, bit of understeer. Oh my God, this is sick. And you know what? A nice amount of power. Like, I think I'm gonna have to turn this into a track car, man. The road visibility is really good. I remember this car feeling this small, man. The throttle is so responsive, especially for a turbocharged car. It's not normal. You get real natural feedback from the steering. Obviously there's no driving aids, there's no traction control, ABS, stability, nothing. It's just you and the car. I mean, the God's honest truth so far, I've got to say, this car is so damn raw. This ain't nothing like some of the other 6s I've driven. I mean, look at the noises in the cabin right now. I mean, drive-wise, it feels amazing, but the silver 6 and the black 6 I went out and they were completely different. Although some of them were probably running RS parts like the diff and even the gearbox possibly. I know the black one was running Öhlins, so they're a much better street suspension. Everything's instant. You know, you let off the throttle, it dives off and... And although it's an Evo, we've got an all-wheel drive system, still got to be a little bit cautious with these wet roads, man. Until I actually understand the car, that's when I'll maybe, you know, start taking the mick a little bit. I am feeling my arm a little bit pumped, it's aching a little bit. We've got power steering, slides into gears. There's no wandering all over the road. As soon as you let off the throttle, you got that annoying rattle. Naturally, I want to go into 6th gear, but obviously it's a 5-speed manual. This is going to be a real test for this suspension. Let's give it the first. Man, you know some gears when you go full acceleration in first and you pull it into second, you know, you get that big crunch. You don't get that with this, man. It's just, this car's built for this shit. Yeah, under braking, you feel. What was that? What was that? Gee, that was a GoPro that just came off. Man, it's so annoying at how dark it's getting so soon. Slightest hint of understeer, like when you're mid-corner, but it's gonna be because of the weather right now. But the brakes, there's no ABS, so it's just locking up. Sick. Just literally skidded. I don't know if I mentioned it in the reveal video, but this car wasn't actually meant for the streets. Mitsubishi built these with the intentions for racing teams to buy them, throw all the bits away and put obviously all their racing parts in. But yeah, you can see this is definitely not a street car. This is so raw, man. So one thing I need to find out is whether I can actually take this car on track. Obviously, it's a track-focused car, but I need to know if it's going to be reliable on track. You know, I don't want to be breaking down, and you know, I need to just maybe speak with some sort of Evo specialist and find out what little small precautions I need to take. You know, do I need to do a baffled sump, or does it need to be dry sumped? Because I don't know why I'm under the assumption that this needs to be dry sumped for it to be reliable on track. You know, I don't want to blow the engine up. I want to definitely keep the originality of it. These conditions are definitely not good for a white on white Evo 6. The seat could definitely do with being a bit lower. I feel a little bit on top of the car, but I suppose it'll probably enable me to drive the car better. And you got boost from around 3,000 RPM, so there's next to no turbo lag. You got the TD05 turbocharger, which obviously spools up a little quicker than the standard GSRs. It's the same titanium turbine wheel from the Tommy Mackinnon, actually. Yeah, the rev matching is something else. There's definitely torque steer in these wet conditions. Skidding, look. It's jokes. I noticed a tiny bit of clutch slip there as well. Put it into 3rd gear really quick to see what happened, and it kind of rode the revs. Maybe not. No driving aids, boy. No traction control, no nothing. I feel like when you're in an all-wheel drive car, you've almost got like immunity to everything in driving, but it's not true. Like, this car is a little rear bias, but there, I tried to spin it out and now it weren't really having it. Probably needs a little bit more power to really get it sliding. But it's trying to grip and slide at the same time, so interesting. What was that?
Something fell off. Something just went flying off. I'm not sure it was part of the road or part of the car.
Fucking no, that was a big chunk of the car, boy. Looks like part of the intake or something. Right, so we are back at the unit. Got a man like Oscar just looking all awkward. Fix our Oscar, man. I didn't even know, basically, I've actually got a mechanic on board. I thought he was just a videographer / editor. And you were saying earlier that you've been a mechanic for 35 years?
Yeah, 35.
35 years?
Yeah, E36 specialist.
Right. And you're only 20 years old, obviously.
Yeah.
That was a brake duct, Oscar, yeah?
Yeah, brake vent. Ripped off.
Yeah, so that's what flew off. Yeah, nothing's broke. Say a couple of clips might be missing.
Yeah.
Man like Oscar, the man. Bro, you're looking finished down there, I'm not gonna lie. This is the problem with white cars. Look at how dirty they get, man. Conditions obviously not nice out there. After taking the M5 on Brands Hatch, I've got that bug. Every time I do a track day, I just clock to just rinse a car. So next, I'll probably take this to like an Evo specialist, lift it up on a ramp and take a look, make sure it's all straight. As mentioned, I am speaking to a tuner at the moment, and yeah, we was thinking to go big power. After driving that on the road, I know it's a track focus car from factory. I know it's obviously got track focus mods, but that is not nice to drive on the road. I'll be real with you. That is not a car that I want to take on journeys. I may have to turn that. Well, it is a track car already, but I may, yeah, start doing track days with this car. What did you think of it, Oscar?
It felt...
Don't lie, bro. Just
lively.
Lively. Felt like an E36, you said, didn't it?
Mate, basically.
Well, guys, I am going to end the video there. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. How many times have I told you, like, everyone needs an Oscar in their life, man? Trust me, this guy, listen, you think he's a sick mechanic, yeah? The way he hoovers up the floor, it's a madness. This guy leaves nothing.